Make sure that when you're dating somebody that they could afford their life. Like my therapist literally told me like I did way too much. In my 30s, like I can't be living roommate situation until I'm 50. Like Alright guys, so we are back today with what I promised you guys, which was a chit chat get ready with me video. So obviously I'm going to just get right into this video because I feel like an intro is just like so unnecessary. It's going to take too long and we just got to get this done. So I did go ahead and do my brows off camera just because brows take way too long and ain't nobody got time for that. And I did go ahead and color correct as well. So the unit that I have on, guys, you guys will see this unit and a video coming up this weekend, I believe it is. If you guys don't know by now, I am actually leaving in 5 days. I will be going to Thailand, Singapore, Krabi, Phuket, and Phuket. So 4 places. If you guys know, I do my traveling. This one was actually planned or booked through Affordable World. If you guys remember, I went to Thailand in 2018. So this is really nice though, guys, because I'm going through this whole kind of like new life healing journey type of situation. So the best part about this is I'm getting a second chance at Thailand again and going there with people that I love and people that love me. So this is like a great experience to have it, to get to relive it again, because I went with my ex before. So the fact that this trip was planned just within this, it was planned like this year, but with everything that has occurred in the last month or so, it's just so crazy that this trip is coming up. And I feel like I'm about to get like, you know, a redo of Thailand, a redo of the experience and stuff like that. So it's very exciting. I have a lot to do, guys. I have so much to do. This hair video, like I said, I will try to get this hair video up on the weekend, and this unit is from hairvv.com. It's a very, very nice unit, guys. HairVV, this is like my first time really working with this company this year, and I actually like the quality. A lot of these hair companies are literally stepping it up as far as it comes to this kind of HD lace and this clear lace, and a lot of these units are super glueless AF too, guys. So that's one thing I really, really like about a lot of these upgraded units. I know sometimes you guys don't want to spend that type of money, but if you look at the companies like Wild African, RPG Show Wigs, MyFirstWigs.com, HairVV, these companies have like upscale units that are already styled, colored, and the lace is already like HDAF and stuff like that. So you really don't have to, you know what I mean, do too much, especially if you don't know how to do wigs. Because like if you order from like Ali Pearl, you know, Eunice, they'll send you like a good stock wig, like they'll do the stuff to the wig, but it's not gonna be, the wig is not gonna be, like you still have to put some work. But the ones from like Wild African, MyFirstWigs.com, you don't have to put any work in and you get a beautiful styled unit. So I definitely would recommend you guys look into some of these companies. You guys will see this here video up soon, but I had to mention that because I know somebody's gonna ask me. So like I was saying, I am doing really good, guys. I'm in a good mood. I'm actually just doing, I went straight into the shadow because ain't nobody got time for that. So I just did like a glitter, and I'm just doing kind of like a face powder over in the crease area just to kind of blend things out. I'm doing really good, guys. I have a therapy session tomorrow. I have my therapy sessions every Wednesday. Now I'm gonna have to take a little bit of a break while on my trip. I just want to enjoy the trip and not have to like really be doing like appointment stuff, since I have them every Wednesday. But when I get back, I'm gonna have one like the same week. So I'm gonna schedule that appointment like the same week I get back, just so I can kind of like de-stress and stuff like that. So like I was saying, therapy has definitely been a very great thing for me. It's definitely very eye-opening and just making me see a lot of things. Like I cannot, like my therapist literally told me like I did way too much. She was like to me, you did more than enough that you could for someone. It's time for you to just move along. Like, and this was the first conversation I had with my therapist, and it was just kind of like, okay. And I'm not saying I kind of felt like I needed the confirmation. I absolutely needed the confirmation from her, but just hearing someone else say it, other than me talking to myself in my head saying, bitch, you better get out. You better go. Like, you better, you know, do what you gotta do. It was just like confirmed to me like the decision that I made to get out of this situation was the right decision, and I knew it was the right decision. I guess it's my attachment style or whatever it is that caused me to want to stay in something. And I think it's because I'm not sure if I mentioned this to you guys already. I have an empath type of personality. Like I really like care and I feel for people. And I feel like a lot of the times in the situation that I was in, I was given too many sad sob stories, and my empath ass just wanted to show love, to show real genuine love, to show love that the person claimed that they haven't experienced, you know, or claim, you know, because they're telling you all these sad stories, and if you're an empath, you're gonna really feel bad for this person. And I literally feel like I was constantly manipulated with sad stories about this and that, why this isn't working out. And like I said, with my empathic soul, I was sitting there like, oh my God, I gotta be there for this person. And that also is bad because you'll start making excuses for the behaviors that people do. And you'll start saying to yourself, oh, they're only doing this because they're going through something. You don't go through something for 6 years of your life with somebody. You don't go through stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like at a certain level, at a certain time, you'd have to really get it together, you feel me? So it's always, this is manipulation tactics. Like a lot of people with like personality disorders, narcissistic personality disorder, and just like people that dealt with trauma, childhood trauma, stuff like that, they will use types of manipulative tactics to get people to, you know, basically manipulate people into getting what they want. And like, it's so crazy. Like, I love my therapist. When I first talked to her and I was telling her about my experience and what I was going through, obviously off the bat, I'm like, you know, I was emotionally abused. Like I have like, you know, emotional abuse, a little bit of trauma and grief. You know, everyone's gonna grieve someone. Even if the situation wasn't the greatest situation for your mental health, you're still gonna remember some of the things you did with the person. You're gonna still remember the person. But the thing about it is with me, I know someone left a comment and the comment was like, oh, it's only been like 2 weeks, girl. You might wanna take this down because you might take him back. One thing about me, and I said this, it's a Capricorn thing. I know a lot of people, you know, could pick up that vibe. You only have one chance with me. Once you mess that up, you're never getting another chance with me. And once I've gotten to a breaking point, like there's no turning back for me. Like there is no return. I could have left this a long time ago, which I should have, but there was always something that was keeping me there in my empathic soul, guys. That just you know, just give him a chance, you know, that kind of stuff. So I kind of yo-yoed that one along a lot. And as a Capricorn, we'll give you chances. We're gonna stick it out and give you chances, but your time is limited. Your time is limited. So the time was limited, and like I said, this didn't have to be a crazy big blow up type of breakup. It was just, I was done. And that's just what it is. And, you know, therapy has really showed me that my decision-making skills, you know, are improving. You know, they've improved. Like me putting myself first is just showing me that you're right where you need to be at. You stay on this like journey, this healing journey, and you will really, really get to the maximal level. Like I'm going on my 4th session tomorrow. And on my 3rd session, she was actually like telling me how she was like really impressed that like I'm really pushing through it. I feel like I was really in this sad phase in the beginning, like crying, very sad and stuff like that. But now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the phase right now, they call it, what do they call it, narcissistic? I'll put it in here for you guys, something type of kind of like moment. Like I'm kind of like in the reflecting moment right now. Rumination, I think that's what it's called. I'm in the reflecting moment right now, in the kind of little angry moment, because I keep looking back at certain things and then just getting mad all over again, because now I can see it for what it is. So it's just making me want to, you know, I'm just upset, you know? Like I said, to go ahead and do my eyelashes and my top liner off camera. So I got the Ion Supreme lashes, and this one is the style Elena. Very, very cute. These were $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And I also use the LA Colors liquid eyeliner, and this one is in black. I think this was like $1, guys, and this was $1.50. So everything on my eyes except the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette that I got the colors from is actually the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. I got glue and stuff on there, but yeah, I used the Warrior's palette for kind of like the eyeshadow colors on my eye. So the lashes were affordable and the eyeliner is affordable. The only thing about the eyeliner though, you gotta let it kind of like dry up because it will kind of fall down. So that's why I do my eyes first, especially I'm going to use eyeliner just because I don't want it to dip down here. I want it to dry up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and use my NARS foundation in the color, it's all this, wow, it's all squeezed. This is the Soft Matte Foundation in the color New Caledonia. I'm gonna hop into these questions because I feel like I'm already flapping my gums. So this question goes, Did you know he wasn't on your level and fell in love with his potential? I know as a Capricorn, our fixer-uppers, we see what we can be and make it our mission to get it. Okay, so the way I'm gonna explain this to you guys, and anyone that's in my situation, I want you guys to like listen to what I'm saying, right? So I met my ex in 2016. I was out at a club, one of the popular club in New York City. What is it, Taj? Is it Taj? I forgot what it is. Is it? I don't know. One of those kind of popular, you know, hip hop clubs or whatever. And I met him when I left outside. So look at it now. So you're saying, did you know he was on your level? So in the beginning when I met him, I was working as an LP, and I had multiple jobs that time. I worked like maybe 3-4 jobs just because I wasn't really doing anything. I had free time on my hand to, you know, work and make money. Who's not gonna wanna do that, right? So that's what I was doing around that time. So we were kind of like on the same level at that point, because he had a regular job, like a regular, you know, 9-to-5 job, and I had, you know, just a regular job too, 8 hours a day. Sometimes I would do different jobs, and I work like doubles. I work one place and then I work like a few hours and do like a med pass. So we were both like right here, right? So we both started right here, and throughout the 6 years, you would think that both would kind of glide up together on the ladder, you know, because you're growing with somebody, especially if you're like 26, 27 or whatever, and you meet somebody and you guys committed to be in a relationship with each other. I still got my hand, I like this looking stupid. Y'all committed to be in a relationship with each other. So at one point you would think, right, because it's called growth, right? You think like you're gonna grow with somebody in a relationship. So you would think that the ladder would climb up together like this. For me, I just started scaling up. I started moving up. So in my whole look of this is that I think I may have I overlooked what it was. I think I was trying to, like I said, I was giving a story, and I wanted to show genuine love. I wanted to, you know, build something with somebody that I liked, you know? And that's always a part of love bombing too, that people need to pay attention to. Some people will love you up in the beginning, and then they kind of pull that away from you. And they're only doing that to you in the beginning to trap you so that they can lock you in, which happened to me. I got locked in when I should have left a long time ago. So I think I was looking at like, okay, what this could be without seeing what it was from the start. Because I'm gonna say this, if I were to meet this person today in 2022, I would never speak to this person. He wouldn't even be able to come up to me and ask me for my number. And I'm being completely honest with you guys. Look at that. Think about that right now. The person that you're dating, if you weren't dating them and you met them right now, would you talk to that person? And my answer for you is hell to the fuck no, I wouldn't. So that is all I had to say to myself. And I said that to myself a few times before the initial, the whole breakup situation. I said to myself, bro, if you met this dude today, if you walked outside of that club today and you saw this guy, would you be talking to this guy? Would you give this guy the time of day? Would you entertain this guy for another 6 years from now, being me 31 years old? Would I entertain this guy for 6 years? No. And that's all you need to ask yourself. That's all I needed. That's literally all I needed to ask myself that day. And I really said, yo, then what are you doing? So the moral of the story for you ladies out there that are dating, date the person for who they are right now. I don't know what type of Disney fairy tales that the millennials were watching, the millennial boys were watching, because I could have swore that we watched all the same Disney fairy tale movies together. But I'm starting to see that a lot of the men nowadays, the millennial men that are grown nowadays, I think that they were more attracted to the princess role instead of the male role in the movies, because how come the message never got through for them? But us millennial girls that saw these fairy tales where the girl got the guy and he was Prince Charming and stuff like that, how come we got that message but these dudes didn't get the Prince Charming message? It is just so weird to me. But hey, the millennials got screwed. I honestly feel like I was very immature when it came to the dating field. I dated someone prior to getting in this relationship, and I really should have just been doing my own thing and been minding my business. But it is what it is. I don't feel like I'm an amateur at dating, because I mean, I've had my fair share of dating people, but I just feel like as far as a long-term relationship, I was just very immature. I was in a long-term relationship before this dude and it just didn't work out. So I don't know why I should have just And like I said, there were so many red flags in the beginning of the relationship that I should have just left in the beginning. So the moral of the story is, don't date somebody for the potential, which you think it may be. There is no fairy tales. Whatever is given to you or whatever you see in the beginning, that is who that person's gonna be. And that also makes me think about red flags. Even on the first date, look at how they dress on the first date. Look where they took you on the first date. Look if they had to ask you for suggestions or if they couldn't come up with it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about stuff like that. When you go on a first date, do they plan the date? How do they come dressed up? Do they come dressed up like a bum, or do they dress down to their best? Like, it's just a lot of red flags that I should have seen. But back then, I was so immature at the dating game. I definitely think TikTok and all these types of platforms where people are just educating people on, you know, just stuff like this. Because this is stuff that a lot of millennials, sorry to say, even though I'm part of the millennial group, we just weren't giving those skills. We just had no idea. Based off of our parents that just stayed in these terrible relationships and didn't leave, we had nothing to kind of learn off of. We just basically got thrown to the wolves and had to figure this out by ourselves. So now being in this generation where we are all sharing our feelings and sharing our experiences, it has helped so much on just knowing, like, we gotta set boundaries. That low down, dirty trash type of behavior is not accepted over here anymore, and we're not gonna put up with it anymore. Like, I'd rather be by myself than be dealing with kind of bulls, you know, from people. You feel me? So I definitely think that social media has definitely helped that out. But like I said to you guys, date the person for what they are right now. Do not start dreaming about how they could be a good dad. If they're not showing that they will be a good dad now, they're not going to be a good dad. If they're not even coming around, why would you even think they'll be around for you when other situations comes up? They're not. Whoever they are, they are. Trash bag bandit will always be a trash bag bandit. Like, period. People don't change. People, the way they present themselves, the behaviors that they do, the things that they say, the way that they move, that's who they are. And another major thing I want to point out to you guys, the friends and the company that they keep is a direct reflection of who they are. Trust. All right, guys, let's move on to the next question. I gotta bake real quick. I can't talk and bake at the same time because, you know, that'll be a real big mess. So this next question goes, how old were you when you left to live on your own, and was it hard at first? Technically, I'm living with my boyfriend, but it's a family home. I feel like I'm ready to get my own place now. Oh wow, okay, your own place. Okay, so let me go ahead and hash this out to you. So I lived at my house until I was like 27, guys. Now in the Caribbean household, I don't know, I feel like this is, to me, in my opinion, is smart. Caribbean parents, they really don't care. My mom didn't care. My mom was like, whatever, I was still paying rent at the house, so as long as I was paying my portion of the rent, it was cool. And let me tell you something about that. At 27 years old, I had already saved up like 40 grand staying at my house, just like working as an LPN, just work, go home, sleep, work. Like, I saved so much money doing that, and it was okay to stay at the house because I was paying the rent, I was paying bills, so it was what it was. So I ended up, which was a big mistake, I'll tell you guys now, I ended up moving to New York, and I moved in with my ex, which was a huge mistake. Now, I should have never done that, and I don't recommend that anyone do that. Like, straight off the bat, just move somewhere. Even though before I moved in, the person I was dating before had a roommate situation. And I'm gonna mention this to you guys just for my girls out there that are going out to date people. Make sure that when you're dating somebody that they can afford their life. Make sure that the person can afford their life. And I mean afford their life, afford their car, their house, their insurance, pay their bills on time, take care of themselves, go to the doctors, make their own appointments, eat and, you know, have food, have good stuff. When you go to their bathroom, check to see what type of products they have in their bathroom. Check to see if they're buying quality soaps, good toothpaste, toothbrush. Make sure how, you know, they carry themselves in the way that their home is situating. That would be the biggest red flag, number one. And if you pay attention to that in the beginning, then you'll know that this person probably is not the person for you. And like I said, do not date for potential, date for what you see right now, because that person is who they are. So like I said in the beginning, he was had a roommate situation, then we moved in together, which, like I said, is a big mistake. Don't do it, because in my head, because I've already lived at the house of my family, I knew how to kind of manage stuff. So I knew, you know, like you grow, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a female instinct. I know how to run a house. Like, I know how to take care of things, how to wash dishes, wash clothes, sweep mop, do all that kind of stuff. I can do that. But the thing about moving in with somebody or living with somebody is that there are two different opinions on lifestyles. Now, if you're dating someone and you guys don't have the same moral compass, or you guys don't have the same standard of living, things are gonna clash. Regardless if your standard of living is the right way, who might know? Maybe their way is the right way. And at the same time, when you're dealing with people that are, they're always going to be right about the way that they do things, so it's going to be an uphill battle. So that's also something, like I said, do not move in with somebody right away. Make sure you know this person. Make sure you examine their lifestyle prior to you moving in with somebody or living with somebody. I wish that I would have lived by myself in the beginning, but I like the fact now that I am by myself now and I'm able to manage. And that's another thing I want to bring up to you guys. When you're in toxic relationships, make sure you guys have everything in order. You never want to get left by somebody and have nothing to fall back on, because that is not a good feeling. So I'm happy that I had things for myself. I have my own car. I have this apartment that's under my name. I have things that belong to me. So regardless if I get dropped or I get left or whatever it is, I'm gonna be good no matter what. So make sure you guys protect yourself, because on these streets nowadays, women are getting dropped like flies and getting left to hold the bag. So like I said to you guys, be careful with stuff like that and make sure y'all got your own shit, okay? So as far as moving in with somebody, I would not do that. I would definitely move out. I would, even if you never lived by yourself, you should always live by yourself first before just moving in with somebody. So you know how your standard of living is, and then you know how their standard of living is. Because you can't change somebody who's not, like, see, I'll say this, dating for potential. Just because you dated someone that was a slob, you met them and they were a slob, just because you're dating them doesn't mean you could just snap your finger and transform them from being a slob into being a clean, kept person. It doesn't work that way. So whatever type of person you got, that's the person you got. Like, you're gonna have a hard time trying to change this person from being a slob if they are a slob. And you know, so if you date somebody and they can't even keep up their house, if they can't even afford their own life, bro, most likely if you're gonna help them get that lifestyle and get that, they will never ever do it for themselves. So guys, live on your own. It's not a scary experience. I've been living by myself for the last 2 years anyways, because there was a you know, a separation from the house. You know, so I've been by myself for a while, so I kind of adapted to, and I love that, because now me living like completely by myself when I'm alone now, not lonely, it's easy. It's a breeze to me. You know, I enjoy myself. I don't have to wait for anybody, stay up at night waiting for somebody to come home. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I just live my life and do what I want. I cook my meals, I watch my movies, and yes, I'll laugh occasionally to myself here and there in the house because I'm by myself, but I'm free. I'm at peace. I enjoy the silence, and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend to you guys that you guys just do your own thing first, and then make sure you guys examine the people that you're dating. See if they can take care of their own life. Remember I said that. Make sure they can take care of their own life. My battery's about to die. Why? So let me go ahead and add some color back into my face and go through these questions. I feel like I talked a lot. I feel like I'm giving a lot of, you know, like real tea. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I'm definitely, you know, giving story times and stuff like that, so you guys can go ahead and interact with me on my TikTok. It's a good place over on TikTok for me. I feel like TikTok is more of my flapping my gums type of zone, and I love that because I can express myself. And like I said, other people that are dealing with the same type of stuff that I'm dealing with, or the things that I dealt with, they're over on TikTok as well too. So it's kind of like a small community, which I really, really like. Well, big community, but you know. So it's a really good place over there. So I'm just putting a little bit of bronzer powder around here. So the next question, let me see, my phone just like closed on me. So the next question goes, will you stay in New York or will you move to a different state for new beginnings? So I have a lease here that's up in May. So obviously once May comes, I am gonna be out of here. Y'all know I don't like to stay places too long. And I think maybe my time in New York City is coming to an end. And I think I'm gonna go somewhere, maybe, I'm not sure yet, somewhere that's a little bit more sunny, stay away from get away from the snow a little bit. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking. But I'm not sure yet because I could possibly want to purchase a home or something like that, you know, up in Connecticut. So I said up north. I was about to say up north, and I don't know why I was about to say up north. That was so weird. So I do want to purchase a home. So I'm thinking I have options now. I'm not sure, but I definitely would like to live in another state for like a year or two and see how I like it there. I'm thinking about Texas as well too. Maybe Dallas. I'm not sure yet. So I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, nothing's gonna get more expensive than New York City, because New York City is other than LA, so if I decide to move to LA. But New York City's pretty up there with the rest of these places, so it's not really like I'm paying. I mean, obviously if I go to like, you know, some place I pay nothing, you feel me? So that would be good. Also, I want to mention, one of my subbies sent me her Sweet Cheeks palette. I've been using your products, just to let you know, by the way, if you didn't know. I've been using your blushes. I use your blush all the time, so every picture that you see with my little pink, red, or orange nose is your blush palette. Thank you so much. Her colors look really pretty, guys. They look like this. And I've been just going at this one, the baked apricot color and a little bit of the tangerine. And I've been using those on. I love a nice, like, full blushy face. It's like my jam. So yeah, so like I said to you guys, I don't know where I'm gonna move yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but I'm looking into places. I'm definitely, I'm like 50-50 with staying in New York. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay in New York. And honestly, I mean, I've had enough time here. Like, I feel like even though I didn't get to have the experiences that I wanted out here because, you know, it's just not what I got. I feel like this year, I'm definitely gonna give myself all the things that, like the little fun things that I wanted to do. So that's the part that I'm really excited about. But I feel like my chapter here is probably over. I'm still an East Coast girl anyways because I'm from Connecticut. So it's the same thing, like it's the drive away. And I feel like as far as me coming to visit, I'll probably just come visit New York if I want to come do something, stay at a hotel at night. And that's about it. But I think my journey with New York City might be coming to an end soon. And that's all right. Like, I had a fun time here. I had some good memories. And, you know, it's just time to move on to somewhere else. Like I said, I want to go somewhere that's just warmer. I'm about sick and tired of the damn snow and the cold. Like, it's been raining for the last 4 days. And your girl is just over it. It's just like really over it. So I would like to go somewhere else that is, you know, warm and sunny. Change my environment, change the dudes that's around so I can find me a husband, you feel me? So yeah, and let me know, where's the dudes with all the single, childless, where are all the single, childless men in their 30s? Okay, y'all see that? Okay, I'm almost done. I gotta get my lip stuff together. So this is what the hair looks like, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my lips. I'm gonna do the last question. I cannot for the life of me find my dark brown pencil, so I'm gonna use black just to outline the outside so you guys can see that. Now I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and this is the third color, Talk 3, the intense color. Guys, run. The color is so pretty. It's like a brown color. You guys can see that. Look at that. You probably don't even need to do a center gloss, but I am. Look at that. So it's like a pretty kind of like chocolatey brown color mixed with the black on the edges just to kind of really bold my lips out. So the last question that was asked was from Yvonne. And she asked a whole series of questions. So she was like, when will you start your nursing career? And the other one was, is your journey still on track to purchasing your home? So I answer the home one first. Like I said just previously in the last question, I really wanted to buy a house. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it kind of felt like my relationship was prohibiting me from moving forward with that. I should have bought a house years ago because I already met like my, I have like a separate like account for like things that I want to do, like big things that are big purchases. So I've already met the goal for the purchase for the house, like the goal I wanted. So I should have done it a while ago, but I never did it. And I kind of feel like I didn't do it because, like I said, I realized that the person I was dating wasn't on that same level. He wasn't ready for stuff like that. And it started to frustrate me a lot because it's like, how much longer are you gonna do this? Like, and then that should have just shown me like he's not ever gonna want to do that. And honestly, no shade, no tea for the people that live in New York. I'm from Connecticut, so I'm from the suburbs. So for me, it's different. Like, and you're just, even if you move, like the people that move into the state, they move here temporarily, not for a long stay. If you're from Connecticut, you just know that, you know, it kind of goes like, you know, you're gonna buy a house or something like that. But I feel like sometimes people in New York City are just like, because it is hard out here and you're living check by check, you know, and you're not really getting past that, but you can actually take that income and go somewhere else and make a killing and buy a house. So it's like, I kind of felt like, almost kind of like like I needed to stay and struggle here, which I'm not struggling, but I don't want to spend this type of money living here when I can live somewhere else and have a mansion for the price that I'm paying here. You know what I'm saying? So I always felt like that. In my head I was like, you know, any person that was riding with me or somebody that really wanted to be with me would kind of, you know, start talking about those types of things, especially if you've been living here for years and you're not able to live comfortably. You can't afford your life here, so why would you want to stay here? And I started to see a shift that I was moving towards the direction of home ownership, and some people still wanted to stay in the roommate situation type of living, and I can't do that for the rest of my life. I'm in my 30s. Like, I can't be living roommate situation until I'm 50. Like, you're never gonna own anything, you're never gonna have anything. Like, that's just not the life that I was looking for myself. So this worked out perfectly for me now to go ahead and move forward and do those types of things that I wanted. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I felt like I was being held back from purchasing my home. So all right guys, so the camera already almost died, so I'm just going in and putting some lip gloss on top of this one right here. So this lip gloss is lip gloss. So this lip gloss is the So Juicy from ColourPop's, and this is the color Beachwood, and it's just like a nice like thick lip gloss. You guys see that? It just makes the lips look like really bubbly and fat, even though my lips are probably big already. And I'm just gonna go in with my Spiked Toffee from NYX, which is a really, really pretty color, guys. And I'm just gonna go around the edges a little bit, just to soften off the dark edge that I did. So, look at this, guys. Yep, so that's been kind of like my lip combination. It's just like I have darker lips, so I don't like light pouty lips. I like kind of like mauve-y, kind of like berry-ish kind of lips. So hopefully you guys like this one. Definitely check out, I got the mini travel size of the Charlotte Tilbury. It's very good. I get the number 3 Intense one. It looks so nice on darker tone, and if you want kind of like more of a boldy kind of lip. And I love a dark gloss look. I feel like the dark gloss look is fire. So the last question Yvonne asked me was about going to work as a nurse. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm super comfortable doing what I'm doing, like being a lifestyle influencer, just being able to be creative and make money. Honestly, I've been doing this like full time for the last 5 years, and my income has been really, really good. And I feel like with this one, I mean, nursing is cool. You definitely make 6 figures as an RN, like depending on your specialty, depending how many hours you work, depending on stuff like that. Even in New York City, like RNs make 6 figures off the rip. But the thing about it is, like, I rather like make 6 figures, guys, and just chill and be creative and do what I gotta do. It's definitely a really nice thing to have options, but if I could take the easier option now, then I would just rock out with the easier option. Not saying that it's easy to be a content creator, because it's not. Like, I've been doing it for a while, so I kind of have like this in me in a routine. But when you first start off, you're gonna be nervous as fuck. You're not gonna know how to do this, but things all work out. You know, you'll figure it out either way. But I feel like I'm just more comfortable doing this just because I've been doing it full time for the last 5 years, and it's easier than having to like get up, do 12-hour shifts, do 3 of those, and then like, you know, just be stressed out from work and stuff like that. I mean, in the future it'd be something nice to do, especially when I want to, like, you know, get married, have a family and stuff like that. It'll be nice to kind of settle back a little bit and just get a real job after a while. But for now, and even if I was able to rock this influencing thing out for as long as I can, I would even have children, be pregnant doing this, because it's just a great lucrative career. Like, you can do this and be making bank, guys, just being yourself. And like, you know, now me being a single girl navigating this life and this new journey, I think that for me, it just, you know, it's just something that I'm documenting my change, I'm documenting my life, and this is just a great time to kind of take this moment and record it, you know, remember it, and then just look back and say, damn, I really came this far. So that's another thing I love about this, is that these are all memories. Like, I'll always remember when I had a moment in my life when I was influential. And I don't know, it's a good feeling. I don't know, all my other girls, anybody out there that's an influencer, there's this feeling like, remember when you were there when it first started, because social media popped off like crazy right now, but I was there in the beginning. Like, yo, a lot of us were there before it was even popping on these streets like that. So a lot of us, if you don't want to look at it this way, a lot of us set the milestone for other people, or set the stepping stones for other people. And that's nice. Like, it's so crazy. Like, even though like now in this as a social media influencer, I get stopped on the streets. I got stopped walking down the block, my block over here, my block. this girl stops and goes, yeah, I love all the work you're doing. And I'm like, bro, I'm on my black guys. Like, come on. It's so crazy now how people will recognize you and just off of your content. But I've been following you for years, and I get this a lot. And it's just, that's one thing I would never take for granted, this experience and this career path that I chose. Even if it's not forever and it's temporary, this was one of the best decisions I made. As far as nursing goes, I will go back. But I think I'm gonna more focus on just going back to school because I love the education aspect of it. So next year in 2023, definitely expect to see another degree from me. So I'm probably gonna do an online program. And you know, just to keep my time preoccupied instead of just being on TikTok and stuff like that and just doing other things that I don't need to be doing. I could focus on something greater, invest in myself, and just invest in another degree, try to up my education just so that I can get myself up a little bit. It would be nice to be a nurse anesthetist. That would be a great career. So trying to figure out now, especially with this platform. My platform right here has just been, at this point, I feel like it's just turning into more of a just new dom type of life. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel yet, but it's just more of me now just trying to figure this out. And I kind of need to start figuring out what I want to do as far as my nursing career. So that's like the next step that I'm going to start formulating a plan on, like what career path I want to go with it, like how far I want to go with the degrees and stuff like that. So yeah, so that was basically it, guys. The look came out fabulous per usual. So fabulous. And you guys know the hair is always going to give what it needs to give. Y'all can see those little layers, but you got to wait for this hair video, which will be up on Saturday. But very, very cute, guys. And battery's about to die on this camera too. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Wait, okay. Okay. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's Q&A. I'll do another one if you guys want to go ahead and leave your questions. Go ahead and ask me some more stuff. Like, we can get into it now. It's a free talking zone. It's not that deep. So go ahead and leave some questions down below in this video so we can go ahead and do some Q&A kind of checkups. Every month, that'll be nice so I can check up with you guys and tell you guys how I'm doing, even though you guys watch the vlogs. But just to have a personal sit-down checkup, go ahead and leave some Q&A questions in this video, guys. And I'm not going to end this one off with this song today just because it's a different vibe. It's a different mood. But I'll catch you guys later. Bye.